Physicians and doctors all across the world are being overwhelmed with the increasing number of patients each day. They have to screen through a huge amount of medical data for each patient to provide proper treatments. Again, in order to keep up with the latest inventions and treatment plans, he has to go through numerous medical researches and keep up with the clinical trials. All these are causing major challenge in the healthcare system. For example, in India, there are about 15,000 eye doctors, but the number of patients suffering from diabetic retinopathy is 64 million. So the major challenge is, how can doctors serve all these patients equally in the most effective way? The answer is artificial intelligence. Using machine learning, we can train machines to detect diseases and help with the initial screening process. Can also save time and optimize treatment process by going through thousands of medical research in the shortest possible time. Machine learning is a major breakthrough in the field of healthcare, and it can aid the doctors beyond our imaginations. There are many applications of machine learning in the healthcare department. Some of them are disease identification and diagnosis, drug discovery and manufacturing, medical imaging, personalized medicine and treatment, smart health record, and finally, mental health care aids. First, let's discuss the disease identification and diagnosis. Disease identification and diagnosis is one of the main applications of machine learning. It can include diseases like cancer, which are extremely tough to diagnose at an initial stage, to other genetic diseases. With the passage of time, machines have been trained with new and improved data, and as a result, machines have become extremely accurate in detecting diseases like lung cancer and breast cancer. For example, Google Deep Learning tool, which uses an advanced machine learning technique, can predict breast cancer among patients with an accuracy of 99%. It reduces the average pathological screening time and produces report much faster. As a result, more patients are getting treated every day. Machines can also provide an initial diagnosis and suggest treatments based on the published medical journals and clinical trials. The IBM Watson for Genomics is a perfect example of this. In this system, the medical specialists provide a summary of the patient's disease and record their DNA sequence. The IBM Watson for Genomics then analyze those information and filter out the meaningful articles, medical researches from the website. It also displays potential clinical trials going on currently for the disease. It helps the doctors by providing informed choices regarding the treatment and also suggests possible therapeutic options. As a result, it helps the doctors in guiding the patients in the right direction for their medical treatment. Another major application of machine learning lies in the early stage drug discovery process. By analyzing the properties of the drugs, machine learning can provide an investigation of its effects by comparing it with the previously stored data of similar drugs. It can also help in designing the drug's chemical structure and providing new insights on its properties. Machine learning can save us time, money, and human efforts by analyzing complex biomedical data and finding new patterns which are tricky even to human. Again, most of the clinical trials are conducted to test new medicines on critical diseases. So for gaining proper outcome, we need a proper mapping of patients, which is hard to find. Machine learning can help us in this aspect. It helps interpreting the information gained from previous related research and trials to predict the side effect of the newly found drug. It can also map possible candidates with potential trials dynamically. So the patients who need these trials the most can access them easily thanks to machine learning. Microsoft has recently developed a project named Project Hanover that is based on drug discovery using machine learning. It uses unsupervised learning to match potential drugs with patients. It can also match potential patients with new clinical trials without any human screening. Project Hanover is currently working on personalized drug combination to treat and cure diseases like cancer and acute myeloid leukemia. Machines can now analyze image and differentiate them thanks to machine learning. It can analyze the medical images to identify and predict future diseases. It helps the pathologist and the radiologist to generate medical reports faster by screening through the medical images quickly. It provides additional support for image interpretation, like detection of the disease, classifying it, and segmenting the diseased part of the image. One example of medical imaging is the analysis of skin cancer. Here, you can see an image where the cancer part is marked and highlighted using machine learning. In several tools, machine learning even proved to be more accurate in identifying skin cancer than the doctors. While detecting melanoma, machine reached an accuracy of 87 to 95%, whereas dermatologists have an accuracy of 65 to 85%. So here, machine can help us detect the disease more accurately than human. Let's look at another example. The patients who have severe diabetes can suffer from a condition named diabetic retinopathy. It slowly damages the retina and hampers the eyesight, evidently resulting in blindness. At the start of the video, we saw that only 15,000 eye doctors are available in India for 64 million people suffering from diabetic retinopathy. In order to mitigate this doctor-patient ratio, DeepSense.ai developed a system that can take the retinal scan as an input and then classify the retina as normal or diabetes. They can also predict the severity of the diabetic retinopathy to some extent. DeepSense.ai are working on improving their disease severity detection so that the diagnostic process can significantly speed up and can be automated completely. Another example is Microsoft's Inner Eye project. It uses machine learning to segment and identify tumors using 3D radiological images. The next application of machine learning is the personalized medicine and treatment. Each human body reacts to different medicine components in a different way. Generalizing one single medicine for everyone is extremely hard and requires doctors to monitor the response of the patients. This is where the concept of personalized medicine and treatment using machine learning arises. Machine learning experts are trying to create a system that can study the DNA sequence of a patient and then suggest possible drugs that will work for that particular person. It can reduce the drug monitoring process for doctors and help them to make faster decisions and diagnosis. Advanced machine learning approaches can also provide useful information about the patients and diffuse the best practice and approach to mitigate the diseases. Lastly, tailored treatment plans ensure the best outcome because they are specifically designed based on the particular patient. The next application is the Smart Health Record. Carrying all the test reports each time while going to the hospital can be extremely painful, especially for a person who has to visit the hospital frequently. If the patient's medical data were stored digitally, then he wouldn't have to carry the additional stress of the physical reports and could transfer his records easily to any doctor, even while staying at home. This is where machine learning emerged by introducing a smart health record system. It has additional benefits of auto-summarization of the doctor's instructions, auto-documentation of each visit, and medical translation in case the patient's mother tongue is different from the doctor. The medical records are also easily transferable and allows communication with doctors much more effectively. An auto-alert system can also be implemented, which will remind the user to take prescribed medicine in proper time. Our final application is the mental healthcare aid. Mental healthcare is a trending topic across the world, and specialists are looking for ways to help their distressed and tormented patients. Machine learning can provide effective and convenient online therapy platform which is available for everyone 24/7. Machines have become so smart that they can even suggest music, videos, or pictures to distract the user from chronic depression or anxiety. It has also created smart chatbots that can communicate and provide logic to segment our emotion and see reasoning behind our feelings. Although these apps cannot replace the therapist and specialist in real life, they can still make a significant contribution in keeping one's impulsive behavior at check. Through the self-assessment, mood processing, and providing motivational techniques, These machine learning systems can divert mind from overwhelming thoughts. Those who prefer privacy and have a hard time sharing their thoughts with the specialists can also access these systems without any pressure or embarrassment. So as a result, vast majority of the patients can get treated and improve. Psychologists have also started suggesting machine learning based applications to their patients as an additional resource. Some examples of these machine learning based applications are Wobot, MusicCare, Happify, WorryWatch, MoodPath, etc. Most of them are free and can be easily accessible through our Google Play Store. So, what we have discussed so far is merely a scratch of the applications of machine learning in the field of healthcare. Many more applications are in the trial process or are being researched to improve the current medical system. A few more examples are physical robots for surgery assistant, which can assist the surgeons in sutures. AI-assisted radiology and pathology is another example, which can provide an immediate decision based on the scan. Machine learning is also being applied for outbreak predictions. Machine learning can one day enable the doctor to serve each of their patients in the most optimal way and save thousands of lives through early detection of diseases. So, in conclusion, we can say that machine learning can one day enable the doctors to serve each of their patients in the most optimal way and save thousands of lives through early detection of diseases. The future of healthcare will definitely get brighter thanks to the groundbreaking discovery of machine learning.